All right, we're going to start with Rene Descartes. Look it up and type in fly on the ceiling along with his name. He's the guy that came up with basically what you and I know as our Cartesian plane. And there's a story that goes on about how he saw a fly on the ceiling and he decided, oh, I need to know the location of where that fly is located. And so he came up with this idea. That's the story. Whether it's true or not, this was the 1600s, right at the beginning. Descartes was born a few years before, like 1598 or somewhere in there. I can't quite recall. But anyway, look the story up. Might be interesting, might not be. So what we want to look at is plotting points. Now, think about when you go to get your Lucky Charms in a grocery store. When I go get my Lucky Charms, I walk over to it and then I reach up or I reach down to grab it. You look like a crazy person if you put your hand way up in the air at 5 feet and walk over and then grab it, right? We always move over and then reach up or reach down to grab it. Well, the same is true when we're talking about points on a Cartesian plane. Let's not pick that point. Let's go with this point right here. Let's say that's where our fly is located. Well, if we wanted to describe where that is, we always start right here at the crossing of the x-axis and the y-axis, which is the origin, 0, 0. And we're always going to go over and then reach up when we're talking about point location. That's going to change when we talk slope. But for point location, think of grabbing that Lucky Charms. You walked over 3 feet, then you reached up a foot. So that's the ordered pair. This point right here is the ordered pair 3, 1. Okay, that's where that is located. It's located at the point 3, 1, the ordered pair 3, 1. You moved over 3, then you reached up 1. So let's say we have a point right here. Where's its location? Well, from the origin, you went over to -2, and then you went up to a height of 3. Grab that Lucky Charms. Haven't had those in years, but those are good. So there's the point, -2, 3. Where would this guy be? Where's his point location? Well, you went over how much? You didn't go over any. So he's at the ordered pair 0, and then you went down, you had to reach down to -3. That's how we plot points on a coordinate grid or Cartesian plane. Okay, you should be familiar with that. That's a little refresher. Now, sometimes we have a T-chart. So let's say we have this T-chart here. A T-chart is simply an X and Y value. You plug in an X, you get a Y value back. This is basically the ordered pair 1, 2. This is the ordered pair -3, 4. I just want to make sure that we know that. So I could go over 1 up 2 and plot the point. The next point, -3, 4 over -3, and then up, reach up 4. This guy is the ordered pair over 0, up 3, so he's right there. And finally, this is the ordered pair -2, 0. So I start the origin, I move over to -2, and then I go up none, so he's right there on the x-axis. So those are T-charts. We will be seeing those, and we probably dealt with those in the past. Now, the domain and range. The domain is simply what is your x value in an ordered pair, and the range is your y value in an ordered pair. So if I have these points, -6, 4, and 5, 5, etc., what is the domain? Well, we're just going to list out the domain. We're just saying what the x's are. Now, I just tried to make that, but you can see I can't quite do it. So my domain, the x's, -6, right? And then I have 5, and then I have -2, and then I have 3. That's my domain. Those are the x's that I plugged in. Now, the range are the y values you get out after you plugged in those x values. Well, we got out of 4. Who else? We got out of 5. We got out of 4. We already listed 4 once. We don't have to list it again because we've already have him listed right there, so we don't need to do it again. And then 7. And there we have the range. So from the graph below, let's determine the ordered pairs and then give the domain and the range. All right. So let's look at these points that I made for us. We'll start with this guy right here. Where's he? He's over 4 and up how much? None. Okay, so we have the ordered pair 4, 0. What about this guy? Well, we went over 2 and up what? 5. So that's ordered pair 2, 5. Now we'll deal with him over to -3, then up 4. Over -3, reach up 4 to get that lucky charms. And then this guy. Well, we didn't move over any, and then we went down to -3. Now that we have these ordered pairs, what's our domain? Domain, what did we say that is? Oh, that's just the x value. So we have 4, 2, -3, and 0. And yeah, we could put them in order, but we don't need to. Not worried about it. The range, the y values. Well, we have 0, 5, 4, and -3. There's a little bit that deals with the coordinate grids or Cartesian planes and graphing and dealing with the domain and range of the graph.